with you is Impastor Francis. So today I want to show you how we can create a table in Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel is a tool which is used for doing much of the calculation, and we use mostly the tables. So coming up with a table, the first thing we're going to launch Microsoft Excel workbook. So we shall go ahead and create a blank workbook. Then from there, when you look just in the ribbon of tabs where we have the File tab, the Home tab, Insert, Draw, Page Layout, and so on, when you select the Insert tab, you realize we have a tool which is called Tables, and this is used to create a table in order to organize and analyze data which is related. So normally what we are going to do, we are going to first select a data range where we are going to insert our tables. So this data range should contain data that you want to include in a table, and it must also include the headers. Right now I don't have data on my worksheet, but I'm just going to show you how to do that one. So I will first select the data range. For example, this is my data range. My data range meaning it is starting from this cell, which is C6, and then it goes up to what? Up to P25, up to P25. That's my data range. So meaning that my table is going to be ranging from C6 up to P25. That's going to be my table. And after selecting that data range, what you do, then you go ahead and select the Insert tab. Go and click on this tab of Insert, and then choose the table. When you click on the table, you get a dialog box window that will pop up on the screen, and on this window you see something to do with like a formula which they're asking you where do you want to create the table. Of course, when you look at that formula, they are saying it is C6 to P25, which I just wrote for you right now, that our data range is from C6, that is column C, row 6, up to column P, row 25, like C6 to P25. And then you can see we have like the dollar sign. We said we use dollar sign when we are dealing with absolute values. So, and then we have a checkbox where they are asking you, do you want to include the headers? So it is advised that you have to check this one, take that one, because your table must have headers. The headers, these are like the object entities, I mean object attributes that describe what you are talking about. For example, if it is an object is a person, now you need to talk about like the name of the person, the age, the gender, and then other, maybe the address and contact. So what are the things that describe an object, what is supposed to be included in the header. So once you've checked that one, then you go ahead and press OK. Press on this button, OK. So when you do that, now you can see I have my table already created with the headers, and these headers right now they are in the form of columns, like column 1, column 2, column 3. So I can rename them. I just click on that, double click, and then you can put maybe, and that's going to be like the number, and then here I put the name, name, and then here I put age, then put the gender, put the contact, and put email, put the address. I can put here, for example, I can put here address. I put say maybe the class. Then I can put subject. Now I can put the subjects, say math. This is, I'm trying to describe a student who is in a certain class but doing several subjects. I can put science. And I put here science, put SST, then put English, then put RI, then finally I can put what? Have math, SST, English, RI. I can put agriculture, or I can put the total marks. So from here now, what I'm going to do, I've already put the tables. As you can see, this is my table with the headers, like the number of the student, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I have the name, I have the age. So like now, if you are to look at this column, which is going to contain the name, it is very small. Some of the name, some people have long names that they cannot fit here. So what you do, you go and adjust the width of this column so that you can make it wide, and at least right now you are sure this can fit. Then even like when you see the number, this one you can do like that, and then you can do this, and then once you write this, once you put 1, you drag downwards using the fill handle. Then when you reach here, you see this box here which has autofill options. Then you click on those options, and then you say select fill the series. This will enable you to fill other numbers automatically, like you know, from 1 up to the last value. So right now I have 19. So the names, you can enter the names manually, and then you can assign the age for each person. For example, I can say BZ, Bismarck, Alex, says the age is 26, is a male. Now the contact, you have to put to increase the size of this column. I can say 619 786 6789, and then I put the email. I say bzalex@gmail.com, and then you put the address. Even the column for the address should be at least big enough. I say the address is 855 Magnolia Avenue, say El Cajon, 92021. Then the class is in class 4. Then put the marks this guy got in math. He got 89, and he got in say 90. SST got 67. You can now use this navigation arrows to navigate through your windows. And then your English, you can say go 77, RI go 78. Now the total marks, you have to use the function of equal sign. We're going to use the sum function to add the total marks. So we're going to say this value, comma, then we put this, and comma, we put this, comma, this, comma, this one, then close the bracket and press enter. So now after that, you see automatically this, you can see we have zeros in the rest of these cells, meaning that my formula is now adjusted to all other cells. Normally when you are using, this is the good thing about the tables, the moment you use, like, you use the table and you make the formula in one of the cells, it will have to affect with other cells, it will be adjusted to all other cells. So right now, if for example, if I add another student and then I assign you the marks, maybe math this, you can see automatically in the title, there will be I will be getting the title automatic because the formula has been like adjusted to other cells. So once that one is done, now you can see I have the table. The other thing I can do, I can go ahead and apply the border to my table. So I highlight the table again. After that, go to the home tab. Then on the home tab, you select the font group. Then there's a tool for the border. Click on that. Then you see all the borders, like bottom border, the top border, left border. I encourage you to select all borders. All borders, this is now like you are selecting both bottom, top, left, and right. So when you do that, now you see right now my table is having the borders. So it is now easy to easily know that this is column. This column is separated with this column. So once each and everything is done, now it is now up to you to go ahead and insert data, and maybe in the next video we shall look at the table design, how we can design our table and do other tools like and how we can link our table to other external data and do different styles. We have different styles that we can play with. So just I wanted to show you how to come up with a table starting from scratch, where you first select the data range. After selecting the data range, then you go to insert tab, go to the table, click on the table, then you get a dialog box that will pop up on the screen where you're supposed to check like my table has the headers and so on. The other way we can create a table, apart from this, we have another method. So on this method, let me first create a new workbook. So I'm going to show you another method. So on this method, first select the cell where you want the table to start from, and then from there, meaning I want my table to start from C4. Make sure you select a cell where you want the table to start, like the start range. Where do you want your table to start from? So my table is going to start on this is going to start here. That is my, and then maybe it's going to stop somewhere here. And when you see this is J15, and this is C4. So meaning that the my table is going to be $C, $4, 2, $J, $15. That's going to be the range of my table that I'm going to create. So after knowing this, what I'm going to do, I'll go ahead and let me first remove this. I'll go ahead and now go to insert tab. Then from there I click table. Then I'll get the dialog box window. Automatically, you see it has one data cell. It has the cell which is C4 with the $sign for absolute. Then I'm going to use the semicolon because now I want to put the range. Like my table is starting from C4 up to, I said J15, J15. But remember, I have to do what? I have to use the $sign. So I have to apply the $ on J, and then I have to apply the $ on 15. Sorry, I have to apply $ on 15. So once each and everything is done, make sure you check this. There's that checkbox where they're asking you, my table has headers, so check that one. Then after, go ahead and press OK. When you press OK, right now I'm getting an error. Where is the error coming from? Oh, I've seen. When you see after the semicolon, I have double $, which is not allowed. So they are telling me not trying to type a formula when the first character is an equal or minus. Excel thinks it is a formula. So right now I'm going to remove this, and then go ahead and put equal sign. So it is this out of mistakes. I don't know where I got my D. So I have $C, $4 to $J, $15. Okay. So wow. So now you can see after putting the formula correctly, you can see now my table has been inserted with the headers, which are in form of columns. So you can of course go ahead and rename these columns with the header as that you want. So after that, do other things like changing, putting the borders, adjusting the width of the columns, and also the height of the rows, and you can style and design your table in the way you want. So after doing all that, everything will be okay. So you know very well that the Microsoft Excel allows you to use tables. So it is very important that the tables should be encouraged, like whenever you're using Microsoft Excel. This is because tables allow you to organize and present data in a structured manner, and you can also use data analysis. Tables provide a convenient way to analyze data. You can use some built-in Excel function and formulas to perform calculation, as I said in the other example, which I did. Like here we said whenever you use like a function to add the total marks, then we saw how it was adjusted to other cells. So Excel has some built-in Excel functions and formulas which can help you to do calculation. You can summarize and also do a lot of things like sorting of data. You can sort and filter data, and then you can also do like condition formatting, enabling you to analyze and visualize data more efficiently. So the other thing is of course data entry. It is also a very important thing. Like whenever you have your table well organized, you can use it for data entry and editing. And some tables, if it is well designed, it is user friendly. You can also integrate it with a user form, which is having a good interface for anyone to use. And then after that, you can do data validation. This is where tables support like validating with the rules, allowing you to define certain criteria in all the columns that you have. Of course, after all that, you can also make pivot tables. You can select pivot tables. We're going to look all at how we can do all that, like pivot tables and like that pivot tables which allow you to summarize and analyze large data set by aggregating and grouping data dynamically. We can also create charts like the bar graph, the line graph, the pie chart, and so on. And then we can also collaborate, do data collaboration, and then we can report. You can generate reports and present to your supervisors, your clients. So we have seen now with all this, of course, you now see that tables are very important in Excel. And whatever thing you're doing, whatever project you're doing, I encourage you that you start using Microsoft Excel, specifically working with tables, because that's the best way you are going to perform better. For now, we're going to stop here. In the next video, we shall look at more tools which are related to tables in Excel, so that you can be an expert in tables and use it to make your life easier. Otherwise, thank you guys. Continue to share and like our videos, and also remember to visit our website, because that's where most of these videos are. Otherwise, we love you so much. Thank you guys, and see you in the next video.